What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Thought my mic wasn't working for a second there. We are here with ISSL Super Truck Series here at Daytona International Speedway. We got, once again, another pole so far by David McGuire. He has been hot in qualifying. Can he somehow put it together here in a race? We got Joshua Moore out there putting down a lap time in that number 51. While we do this, let's go ahead and switch me to the right overlay. Sorry about that, guys. Let's go through tonight's sponsors for tonight for the ISSL series. We got the Butt Kicker, so they got a lot of cool prizes for these guys in the series from Butt Kicker. Make sure you guys go check out them out on Facebook and their website. They got a lot of cool products to help your immersion in the sim racing world. So make sure you go check them out. As we got Christian iRacers, go check those guys out on Facebook. Definitely a good group there. Warrior Photos. You need some of the best photos on iRacing. Make sure you go check them out. Get on Facebook to get them photos of your car if you're out there on iRacing. Thank you for the like and the share. Smoky Mountain iRacers. McConey Setup Shop. Had some good conversations with Jeff McConey. Omni Gaming. Of course, it's the ISSL League. Make sure you check them out on Facebook. And most importantly, Alive and Running, raising awareness for suicide prevention. Make sure you check them out, Alive and Running, Iowa.com. Definitely a good cause there. As we get ready tonight, 450 laps at Daytona. Joshua Moore takes the quick time in that number 51. He's going to celebrate a little bit. Getting that quick time, knocking David off the pole. Maybe that's what David needed to put this together here tonight. He's celebrating like he just won. Moffat, thank you for the like. What's up, buddy? Let's see. Who else do we got coming out here? Joshua on the pit road. No, he didn't get the black flag. He got the furled black flag, but he didn't get to the actual black flag. Is anybody else going to qualify here tonight, guys? Don't forget, we got the sponsors down here on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. Make sure you support those guys as we get ready for tonight's broadcast. It looks like Joshua put down almost a lap and his number 59 machine. That's looking like it's going to be our pole sitter. Yeah, should definitely have another good race here tonight. I believe it. I was a little concerned, I'll be honest. A lot of people got in a little bit late. Try to stay with the pack. Just don't get punted onto pit road, Moffat. Come on. Yeah, that bump on going onto pit road last week definitely hurt you, Moffat. Other than that, you were looking strong. Like I said, I didn't even know you ran asphalt. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and follow the stream. As we wait for all the Braxton fans to get up on YouTube. I'm waiting for them. Where are they at? All right, as we wait, we're going to go ahead and pull up tonight's starting grid. Starting on the pole with the quick time, Joshua Moore. I think that's is that the first new pole sitter in 3 races? I'm pretty sure it is. Because I think David's gotten the 3 previous ones in that 906. Braxton starting in that number 3 position. Francesco, I don't know why your paint's not. There we go. There's the Braxton fans coming over there on YouTube. Francesco going to be starting that 3rd spot as Trading Paints tries to freshen up here. Let's see if it gets Francesco's paint. Let's see if I can force it to. We're going to go ahead and refresh those paints. Hopefully it gets up there good. All right. There we go. It's loading up. All right, so where were we? Austin Green's going to be starting 5th, Ambrose 6th, Gary 7th, Kenny in 8th. Joshua's going to be starting in that 9th position, Nash in 10th, Kevin Winker in 11th. John Ernst is going to be starting back at 12th, Jeff in 13th, Moffitt in that number 29 is going to be starting 14th, Eric 15th, and Tyler Bacon rounding out the field in that number 13 back there in the 16th position. Did Francesco change his paint? Somebody let me know in the chat if this is if that's my trading paints or if that's the paint he's actually. No, none of this looks right. There's definitely something going on with my trading paints. Let me go ahead and refresh this as we get ready for the green flag. Definitely something going on with my trading paints. Oh, now it's updating. Of course, after I say there's something wrong, it starts updating correctly. Trading paints can be funny sometimes. So I'm going to go ahead and just reload the trading paints. Let's go ahead that back full screen so you guys don't have the little cutoff at the bottom. Get rid of that background and put the ticker back up on the top as we get ready for 50 laps here. 50 laps here at Daytona. Gonna be a wild one. 16 cars, all competing for that number 1 position. Joshua on the pole. I'll tell you what, David, like I said in the 906, looking for a better one. Braxton looking to take a victory. You see our trading paints updating. There it goes. All right, let's see if Francesco's paint looks right now. This is definitely not right. I don't know what's going on with trading paints. I don't think he's in a 71. That's normally John Ernst. I don't know what trading paints is doing to me. It is definitely being crazy. All right, now it's right. We got that Tim Hortons number 14. Look, I like Francesco, but Francesco, I hate Tim Hortons. All right, we're getting ready for the green flag out of turn number 4. Pace car is in. They are ready to go. Green flag is out as they come to the line. It's going to be Joshua Moore on the bottom side with Braxton on his heels as they come into turn number 1. Here comes Francesco. What's up, Jim Joe? Yeah, we got a lot of people out here needing that luck as we are going to be halfway through the season. Tonight, after the conclusion of this one, Joshua Moore out in front, looking to take the halfway win as they come down the back straightaway. It's going to be side by side down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3, top side. Here comes the top side. Francesco with a big push on David is ahead into turn number 1 and 2. He gets that top side by side through 3 and 4. You got to be an aggressive pusher, and there's definitely some aggressive ones up here, like Francesco, Austin Green, a lot of them. Winker's not in here, so Winker, he's another aggressive one. He didn't make it this week. As we come to the line, it is going to be David on the top side with Francesco pushing as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Francesco's going to snag that second spot as he pushes David out to the front with that 906 as they come down the back straightaway. We got a couple blinkers out there as they bail down to the bottom side. Joshua Moore and Braxton going to go to the back of the pack. This is typical fashion out of these guys as we head into turn number 1 and 2. David leading the way, Francesco, Austin Green and Francesco. Those two get together. That is going to be a dangerous combination as those two are two of the best pushers out here. Oh, Winker is in here. I thought he wasn't. He was in the back. All right, so Winker's back here with his partners in crime. At the back of the pack, Joshua Moore, Kevin Winker, and Braxton have moved away from the pack. Out in front as these guys start to get single file. Wow, this is about the quickest I've seen it. They're looking like they're trying to go green flag the whole way with these kind of moves. As we look at the 39 of Jeff, looking to the outside, doesn't make the move. Moffitt sitting back here in the 29, rolling on the bottom side, just trying. It said He wants to stay with the pack today. He had an unfortunate incident on those green flag pit stops. As it looks like Francesco's to the top side. He's got Austin Green behind him. I don't see how you stop that tandem there. As it looks like Gary Sachs gets behind them. Gary's able to carry it to the front. So those three guys push on the top side and make it to the bottom. That is definitely an impressive move as they head through turn number 1 and 2. So give Francesco the lead in that number 14 with Austin Green second, Gary Sachs third. David, Joshua are your top 5. Just a couple stragglers out on the top side. I believe that is Nash, and he's got John Ernst behind him in the 71. I gotta say, it's good to have John Ernst back. I haven't seen him in a while in the 71. He's back this season with ISSL, so it's nice to see him back on the track with this series again. As we move back up to the front, Francesco leading the way, Austin Green second, Greg Sack in third. We're actually pulling a little bit on that group behind them, as it looks like we got some trying to form on the high side, led by Joshua O'Connor. O'Connor, he's got to get back in line. Jeff stuck on the outside. Here comes O'Connor back to the top side. And here comes Gary Sack moving to the high side. Is O'Connor going to get to his back bumper? Down towards turn number 3 and 4. Here comes O'Connor coming to the back bumper of the 89. I don't know why it is blinking on me there. Sorry, guys. That is on my end for some reason. As we come out of turn number 4, Francesco out in front. Jeff is my biggest idol. The suckiest sucker, rooting for Jeff. Jeff is back there on the top side. Looks like he's running about 5th place now as they come down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. So top side all of a sudden has a whole crew of trucks as we head through turn number 1 and 2. David needs to get to the back bumper of Austin, but Austin pushing on Francesco. Shorter way around so the aggression does not have to be as much. Gary tries to move down, but there isn't enough room. Happy birthday, suckiest sucker. 14 and 7. Yeah, those guys are working good together, Jim. Happy birthday, suckiest sucker. Out of turn number 4, coming to the line. It's going to be Gary. No, it's going to be Francesco. Francesco got it back at the last minute, coming across the line as we head into turn number 1 and 2. So far, great racing here as we are 6 laps completed in this one. Top side is starting to lose some of their organization. It's going to be hard to beat that tandem of 2 drivers down the bottom, Francesco and Austin. If they're able to work with each other and keep those trucks from overheating, that crew right now is looking to be about 2 of the hardest trucks to beat. And also we got Brad at the back. They'll be contenders at the end of this one. I wonder if they're going to short pit again. He's too fast. Jeff is running strong on the outside, though. This is Daytona. Daytona, Joey. All right, guys. Make sure you guys give the stream a like and a share. No, it's Daytona. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Let's go Team Merca, Shauna says. Through turn number 1 and 2, Francesco out in front. Austin with the push on the bottom side. They're going to come down the back straightaway. Here comes the top lane with Joshua pushing on Gary. Can he get him out in front before turn number 3? No, here comes the bottom side. Through turn number 3 and 4, side by side. Oh, you're good. You're good, Joey. Oh, Suckiest Sucker says he hopes Jeff doesn't get too far forward. It's gonna hurt more when he crashes that. Oh, that's hilarious. Ooh, we got a little blinking in the back. I don't know who that was. Is that Braxton blinking a little bit there? On that one as they head through turn number 3 and 4 down the back straightaway. Or 1 and 2, sorry. Wow. I got my turns all goofed up. Heading towards turn number 3 and 4. Gary still rolling the top side with Josh as they head through turn number 3 and Pretty exciting racing. I mean, oh, Francesco's going to move up and block the top side. I'll tell you what, I bet you Austin's happy about that one. He needs some air on the front of that truck. Will they try and organize themselves so that Francesco will push Austin for a little while? Austin doesn't have any help. David's not on the back bumper. And the top side never begins the momentum as Francesco leads the lane up on the high side. Out of turn number 2, coming down the back straightaway. Here comes the bottom lane as it looks like Gary has moved to the bottom, down the back straightaway. Let's jump up in the blip as they head through 3 and 4. Francesco bails out on the top side. We got Gary on the bottom, Joshua O'Connor up high as they head through 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, looking for who's going to lead this lap. So far, it looks like it's going to be Gary with Austin on his back bumper, but here comes Joshua. Joshua looking to lead that lap. He does as they cross the line to complete lap number 10. So definitely a little jockeying for position. I don't know if Francesco was forced out of there or if he just wanted to get out of the hornet's nest there. He moves to the back a little ways, back to the 12th position on the high side. Here's Austin. Austin's backing out of it. Here comes some help from Francesco. This might have been by plan. Francesco getting out of the draft, moving back in the pack. Austin's going to come back and hang out with him for a little while as Jeff has made it up to the 2nd spot. Oh, man, that's going to hurt. I'll tell you what, that is going to hurt, sucky sucker. Well, so here's the thing. The 4090 just got released, and I haven't looked yet, but I heard that the 30 series cars all dropped hard, so I would check into a 30 series. I have a 3070. Normally I don't have it, but I've been streaming for a little bit because I just streamed before this, so maybe every once in a while I got to boot. The other thing is it's not always the graphics card. Sometimes it could be the processor, so it could be a combination of both. Good news is all that stuff is cheaper than it was. All right, through turn number 3 and 4. I have a 3070 though. Don't worry, I'm used to it. I can't remember the last time he didn't crash. You guys are so mean to your friend, but it's funny. I love it. I love it. It's like we are with Roger. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It is O'Connor leading the field here tonight with Jeff on his heels as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Truthful. Honesty. I get that. All right, down the back straightaway. We got a run on the high side. That is Ness with the lead up high. Through turn number 3 and 4. He's got John Ernst on his heels as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Joshua, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Out of turn number 4. Who's going to lead this lap? It's looking like O'Connor this time by. It is as they come across the line left in second. You know what? If he gets an interview, I can only imagine what he's going to say about you guys. Yeah, Moffat, he's back there being careful. Oh, that was Lincoln, I guess. It looked like we were having issues. Yeah, Moffat up on the high side there as you see David bailing in the 906 down the back straightaway. With the 29 of Moffat up on the high side. His biggest goal is to stay with the pack here tonight, knowing that'll give him the best opportunity. Well, yeah, RAM plays a certain role, but the processor too. So if you're running like an i5, Chris, or if he's running an i5 or a Ryzen 5, I mean, that might be playing a role too. Best thing is to talk to me at some point. We'll see what you got. The maze pit of iRacing. All right, down the back straightaway. Jeff getting a big push to O'Connor. This might be motivating him. I don't know if he's listening to this. But Jeff definitely, I gotta imagine he's gonna want to get on this podium and say a thing or two. What do you guys think? Out of turn number 4, looking for the line. This is going to be lap number 15 complete. These guys keeping it clean here tonight as they come across the line. We are almost 1/3 of the way through this one already. Pit stops are going to definitely play a role, and I'll tell you what, I can almost guarantee that Joshua Moore, Braxton, and Kevin are going to short pit this way. These guys tend to do that. It helps them stay out of trouble, and it's worked out for them. Sucky a Sucker says, I'll be happy if Jeff proves us wrong for once. But yeah, no problem, Chris. It's a lot of variables. So Nash leading the way. Joshua O'Connor second. John Ernst on the high side by himself now. Oh, he's got a little bit of a push from Ambrose. Can those guys get organized? It looks like everybody's single file except for those three on the top. That does move Jeff back as Nash took the lead away from O'Connor and moves Jeff back to that third position. O'Connor all over the back of Nash just ahead here in first and second. Nash leading the way here from the top row trying to organize. John Ernst on the high side with Ambrose giving up a push. They're trying to make it forward. Ernst up to third, slowly inching forward in that number 71. Ambrose is going to duck out for errors. They come into turn number 3. John is going to get that side draft, try and lose as little ground as he can as Jeff slides up the track a little bit. Ambrose is going to blink out out of turn number 4. So Ambrose having a little bit of issues. Bill, what's up, buddy? Thank you for the share. Appreciate it, buddy. Chris, thank you for the like on Facebook. Chris is everywhere. He's on Facebook, YouTube. I'm surprised he's not on Twitch yet, too. But I do think the Facebook and YouTube streams are better than the Twitch stream quality-wise for us. All right, down the back straightaway. Here comes Jeff. Jeffer's going to get up in front of John Ernst. Is that going to kill the top side? Or is Jeff going to lead this thing? Sucky Sucker, what do you think? Let me know in the chat. Thank you for the like too, Bill. Appreciate it. As they come through turn number 3 and 4, out of turn number 4. Going to try and get that momentum on the high side as they come to the line. It's going to be Nash this time, but Jeff getting that momentum up high with John Ernst on his bumper as they come through the tri-oval looking for turn number 1 and 2. Will Jeff get the lead as they head through turn number 1 and 2? John Ernst needs to get to that back bumper. On to turn number 2 as we come down the back straightaway. Can that top side get that momentum? Looks like they might get some help on the high side if these guys are that is Francesco and Austin Green. That would be a saving grace for that top lane. Those guys are always fast, but top side is definitely losing momentum as they come out of turn number 4. And here comes Josh, Braxton, and Kevin. No surprise here. These guys are short pitting as they come to the line. They got to not make any mistakes as we move back up to the front of the pack. This has got to be perfect for these guys. Definitely smart putting 3 of these guys together. He likes to crash at the end of races. Still a long time to go. Oh, I appreciate it, Chris. I definitely appreciate it. Back up to the front. Nash leading the way. Josh in second. Yeah, the numbers have been down a little bit here lately. Most of that's probably me because I need to start doing some of the things that I was doing earlier. Hold on. It is a... I didn't even look, but that is a Vikings truck. I didn't even know that. All right, back up to the front. Nash leading the way. Josh in second. Gary third. Eric fourth. Kenny in fifth. Kevin talked about Eric or Kenny, but they're up in that 4th and 5th position. Jeff's falling back to the 6th position. Then we got Tyler Bacon and Tyler Moffitt sitting in 7th and 8th. David McGuire in number 906. Currently 9th. Francesco 10th. Austin Green in 11th. Ambrose is back here in that 12th position. John Ernst 13th. Braxton, Kevin, and Josh have already pitted. These guys are going to stay nose to tail in the 14th, 15th, and 16th position. Now, that strategy might be a little bit more risky here at Daytona. Will it pay off for these guys short pitting? Remember, the whole field still has to pit. And who knows what's going to happen? We've seen Moffitt get absolutely railed coming on a pit road last week. Definitely a few people making mistakes. Pit road penalties. That could happen here. Break up this big pack. And again, Braxton, Kevin, and Joshua coming out here looking like geniuses. Who knows what's going to happen here? We still got a lot more laps as we come out of turn number 4 here with this group. These guys just behind them coming out of turn number 4. They're definitely closing the gap. As we come out of turn number 4 across the line, Nash still leading the way. These guys definitely behaving here a little bit. Got one looking to the high side. Of course, it's going to be Jeff looking for that 5th position. Trying to see how much ground, I guess, he can make on his own as he runs the top side of turn number 1 and 2. He's not going to be able to get anything, but he's going to be able to slide back into that 6th position. No harm, no foul there for him. As the field, all single file. They're going to be closing in on these guys in a hurry. I'll tell you what, I don't think they are. I think it's staying pretty even. Maybe even. They may even be gaining ground. Excuse me, sorry. So these guys are so organized right now. They are actually closing in on the big pack. The big pack is not closing on them. So that's interesting. Roger, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Speaking of Roger, I was just talking smack about you a little while ago. There's some people over on Twitch that are hard on their guy, just like we are on you. The Nash is leading the way with O'Connor second, Gary third as we slide through turn number 3 and 4. What do you guys think as we close in on the halfway point? It's going to be 26 to go when they cross the line this time by. Will we get a caution? Out of turn number 4, coming to the line, 26 laps to go. 26 to go. I said on Twitch, there's a group of guys that are just as hard on their driver as we are on you. Through turn number 1 and 2. Nash is still leading the way. You got to wonder at this point, when will these guys pit? When will these guys pit? These guys are gaining on the pack, too. Believe it or not, these guys are running faster times. Well, not that time. They were at one point running faster times than the front pack. Front pack coming out of turn number 4. When they going to pit? Not this time by. It's halfway to go. This time as they cross the line, halfway through this one. What's up, John? Thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Oh, I should have said that, Roger. You're right. Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't wreck coming on pit road. They're going to have to think about it, though. Pit stop's definitely coming up here soon. Here's a big thing to think about, too. If you're in this group, you know that these guys in front of you. Let's go jump on board with Nash. We're going to jump on board with Nash. All right, so if these guys could catch that pack of 3, they just started to discuss this. Amanda, thank you for the like. If they can stay nose to tail really good, catch this pack here, it would be awful difficult for Braxton, Kevin, and Josh to win this race. So that's something they have to think about at this point if you're in this group. But everybody just kind of relax running, not even nose to tail. But these are the things they're thinking about as they run down the back straightaway, thinking about pit stop here soon. Hey, Ian, I know you're listening. How many laps can they get? Oh, here they come on pit road. I was going to ask, but I guess it doesn't matter. As we got a whole pack of cars coming on pit road. Looks like Josh, Gary, Moffat, David. Oh, hopefully nobody get a penalty here. Let's take a look real quick. Gary gets a black flag. Gary with the black flag in the 89. Unfortunate for him. He's going to have a stop and go. This group should pit this time by as these packs separate. So it sounds like at least the 2 and the 54 are going to pit this time by. I'm pretty sure the rest of this group is going to pit. Let's see if they can make it work. John makes it off pit road. Gary with the penalty. Unfortunate for him. Oh, it looks like he's going to back out. This whole group coming on a pit road. Hopefully no issues. Got a couple lighting up the tires. They're going to come to the line. We're going to check and see if there's any black flags here. I wish that it doesn't tell me. Moffat got a black flag. No! Moffat, if you're listening, uncheck everything. Uncheck everything, Moffat. Uncheck, tear off, uncheck gas, uncheck tires. It'll make it quicker for your penalty. You'll have like 1 second. That is awesome, Kelly. That is awesome, Kelly. All right, so Moffat with the penalty. He's got to come on pit road. Hopefully he's got everything unchecked. Hopefully he heard that in time. Moffat on pit road serving his stop and go. Can't catch a break. Nash coming off pit road. Here comes the group. It looks like Braxton, Kevin, and Josh are going to be leading the group. They should easily make it around Nash this time by. Give Braxton the lead as they come into turn number 3. All right, so let's kind of see where everybody is going to funnel out as we come to the line. Braxton out front, Kevin, Josh, Nash, Joshua Moore, Nash, Joshua O'Connor, Francesco, Jeff, Eric, Tyler Bacon, David, Ambrose, John Ernst, Kenny, Austin, Gary. It looks like Moffat is still on pit road. He must have not had everything checked. That's unfortunate. You gotta, if you get a penalty here, kind of funny in iRacing, if you get a penalty on iRacing, you have to uncheck everything, or it's gonna keep you for like 40 seconds. A lot of times, so if you, or 20 seconds, so if you uncheck tires, uncheck gas, uncheck air off, that will limit your penalty, usually down to 1 second, or no seconds for your stop and go. Oh, Kevin, save it. What a save by Kevin. So these top 5 guys are all nose to tail. That's going to make it hard for the second group to catch them. They're 5.2 seconds back, 10 to 39. So Francesco's going to need some help here. Francesco's going to need one of these guys to absolutely lay in on their bumper. The two, well, what happened to Austin? Austin is way back. That's who he needs on his back bumper to make it work. So Francesco's going to lead the second pack in 6th place. Jeff is on the back bumper. They are closing in. So they are closing in on the front pack as Austin Braxton's going to move to the back of this group as they close in on Moffat. Moffat's going to hold his line up on the top side. Unfortunate for the number 29 here tonight. Yeah, Francesco is asking for the push right now in that number 14. He says you've got to push me. You have to catch him. They are closing in on that front group. They got it within 5 seconds. Moffat's going to fall in at the back of this group. Good news for Moffat. Oh, never mind. Take that back. Moffat was the only car a lap down. Well, technically 2 laps down. But now Gary goes a lap down in that number 89. As these guys roll through turn number 3 and 4. So if Moffat actually falls back enough with Gary, maybe these guys are going to catch the draft. Now they're starting to lose ground as Jeff is not pushing on the back bumper of Francesco. He needs to get to the back bumper. The guys up front are so much more organized. If these guys don't get nose to tail pushing, they're going to have 0 chance of catching that group. Kevin leading the way with Joshua in second, Nash in third, O'Connor fourth, Rex in fifth. If you're this group, you're trying to communicate at this point. You want to keep it single file. You do not want to race and give these guys in the second pack an opportunity. They are losing ground. Now 6.2 seconds back. The 39 needs to be absolutely on the back bumper of that number 14. How frustrating is that? You're the number 14. You know if I can get that push, just get on my bumper. We're going to move forward, but the truck behind you does not get on your bumper. And everybody's different. They all feel different about drafting. I'm not saying Jeff is wrong for it. I'm just saying that is what Francesco wants, and it's frustrating and a helpless feeling if you're that number 14. We'll go take a look. I'll show you up at the front. Look how close these guys are down the back straightaway. They are so close, all of them. You go back to the second group. Jeff is there now. Jeff is definitely in the pushing range. Eric is a little too far back in the two. Tyler far back. David is far back too. You need to work as a group to make it work. And check back with Ambrose and John Ernst back at the 11th and 12th position. Kenny and Austin. You know what? I'm going to be surprised to see these two catch the two in front of them, and then it'll be interesting to see if they can pull in on the group. Right now, the second group is still losing ground as we watch. I don't know if you guys saw the airplane landing in the background. All right, 16 laps to go. Kevin leading the way with Joshua Moore right behind him. Third place is going to be Nash. O'Connor. Now these guys are getting separated a little bit. Now they got a 7-second lead. Yeah, so they are definitely trying to talk about that second pack. Braxton losing a little bit of ground there. That's going to hurt him. And now this front group has gained. Now they have got the lap cars behind them of Gary and Moffitt. That's only going to help their group more. This group is starting to gain, as you saw, a little disorganization, a little bit of that front group. These guys need to get as close as they can right now. Here they go. Now they're getting close. Here comes David, bringing in the back as they head into turn number 3 and 4. All right, it sounds like these guys have gotten together. They realized it would work better in a group. They're going to get nose to tail. Can these guys reel in that second group? They're 15 seconds back. Lap cars definitely starting to play a little bit of a role on this pack here. This could hurt their momentum, and the second group is gaining them, but they need to reel it back in. They need to stop breaking up like this. Definitely hurting the group as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Francesco trying to lead the group, organize them, but you can only do so much. They're going to get tight by the end of the straightaway, but they got to do it a little bit sooner out of turn number 2 just to get everything they can, because it is a matter of time before this front group figures out what they need to do in order to stay together. The lap cars, like I said, playing a role in this right now. Hey, for us, it's great. I hope the lap cars shake it up and bring that second pack in. So you got a great finish with a bunch of cars. But look, this group, they know that somebody out of these top 5 trucks are going to win it if they can stay this way. If they can continue to pull away from that second group. The second group just lost a ton of ground again. So the second group was closing. They closed in almost nearly 6 seconds. What is Jeff doing? Jeff bails out. He's moving to the back of this group. Maybe he feels like the 2 of Eric can push a little bit harder. Just looking to see if there was a little bit of communication I didn't know about. Ian, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. Yeah, these guys are working great up at the front. These ones need a little bit of organization. They're about 7.5 seconds back again now. real interesting to see how they work together. So the lap cars are now working with this front group. That's going to help them out a lot. Jeff is doing Jeff things. It was just a question about time. Oh, that's great. All right, so this group together, looks like Francesco is getting a little bit more of that push that he wanted. As they come down the front straightaway, the 2 is on the back bumper. The 13 needs to get a little bit closer and stop drifting up so high, but it's definitely looking a little bit better for those top 2. Can they close in? They have closed in slightly that time by. You can see him back there. Oh, Jeff's sticking the nose out again. Through turn number 3 and 4, steady. Yeah, these guys are definitely steady. They need to get steadied up back here. Looks like Francesco, like I said, is getting a little bit more help than he wanted, but they're not gaining enough. These guys, they're going to need a caution. 10 laps to go. They're going to need some help to catch that front group. 7 seconds back. 7.2 seconds back to be exact. As they come across the line this time by, they are faster than the front group. About 0.2 of a second, roughly, maybe a little bit more. But even at 0.2 of a second, they're going to be 5 seconds back. Go Braxton, Jerry says. Jim Joe, come on, Group 2, push it. All right, we're going to jump back up to the front. Somebody saying they needed a little bit of air. I'm not sure who that was. Remember, we have another group back here. That is Ambrose Kenny, John Ernst, and Austin Green. But these guys are not gaining any... Well, no, they're fast. I'll tell you what, the second group is running faster. This is the fastest group. This is the fastest group on the track as they come out of turn number 2. But they're 17 seconds back from the second group, so I don't know. I don't think they're going to catch it. Somebody's going to have to make a mistake here in order to make this a good one. Oh yeah, I'm back to the lead pack. I give it, don't worry, I give it 5 more laps at most before Jeff causes a caution so everyone else can catch up. That's his signature move. Oof. Oof. All right, so Kevin's going to lead the pack as they come out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. The top 4 are ultra organized. Braxton sits back a little bit. Is that hurting that group? It is not. 7.6 seconds back to Francesco as they head through turn number 3. All right, so these guys are coming up on lap traffic, I believe. Maybe. Maybe not. All right, so I'm not sure. Somebody having issues. Ooh, Kenny. Oh, Kenny just got out of the way. He didn't want to lead this group anymore, so he's trying to figure out what's going on through this group. Magical caution coming, Mike says. I was wondering where everybody was. Yeah. Go 51. 51's running second. Moore having a great race. Last week he made a mistake on pit road, I think it was. I think he got a penalty. They're trying to get Ian to throw a caution. All right, so Kevin out in front, Joshua second, Nash third, O'Connor fourth, Bretton fifth, Francesco back here in sixth. This group is definitely not going to go anywhere anytime soon. And these guys are even racing harder for 11th on back. All right, back up to the front. Kevin leading the way. Here comes O'Connor looking to the top side. So this is going to make it interesting. We got 6 laps to go. This is the opportunity. Let's make it 5 to go when it comes to the line. This is the opportunity for that second group to catch up if they can be organized. But they might be too far back still. Francesco and them 8 seconds back. They are nose to tail now. This front group, side by side, as O'Connor gets a push by the lap cars. The lap cars helping O'Connor to the front of the pack. I think maybe I forget. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. So Joshua has some help with Gary and Moffitt up high as they look side by side into turn number 3. Can O'Connor get the lead as they come out of turn number 4? It's going to be 4 laps to go this time by. Oh, got a little scary there as Moore on the back bumper of Kevin. That is definitely going to help that second pack. Maybe not. Not as much as I thought. There's still a ways back there. But O'Connor now in the lead. O'Connor in the lead with a buffer of a lap car. Moffitt gets hung up to dry. He's going to go to the back of the pack. I'll tell you what. They just did all that racing, and but the second group did not gain on them, not at all, as they head through turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 3 to go this time by. Could there be a caution? Look, here's the other thing to consider. These guys could all wreck. Yeah, patience for sure. These guys could all wreck as they come to 3 to go, and the second group could be in the catbird seat. You don't know. You don't know. Here comes the top side as Joshua Moore moves up high behind Kevin. Kevin getting pushed to the front. They got Braxton on the tail of that 3-car truck group on the top side. Nash has got to feel like the odd truck out in that number 18. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Top side, Kevin, led by Kevin. Bottom side by Josh O'Connor as they head into turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn 4. They're going to get 2 to go this time by. 2 to go. The second group is gaining them, but it's going to be too little too late as they come to the line for 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Let's see if the top side can get some momentum. Greg is going to push up the track a little bit. Able to keep it decked down on the bottom line as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway, still trying to get this one figured out as they head through turn number 3 and 4. O'Connor down low, Kevin up high, side by side through turn number 3 and 4. White flag this time by. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. They made it to the white flag. Now whatever happens, happens. Here comes the bottom side. Look, Gary has nothing to lose. He's going to be loyal. O'Connor on the bottom side. I'm pretty sure that Moore will be loyal to Winker, but there's going to be a lot more loyalty down on that bottom side as they come out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Big push from the top side as Moore gets to the back of Winker. Look at Gary. Gary on the back bumper of O'Connor. It's going to be side by side into turn number 3. Side by side through turn number 3. Bottom side with the advantage. They get ready to come out of turn number 4. Moore on the back bumper of Winker. It's side by side coming to the line. Winker with the advantage. Here comes O'Connor down low. Who's it going to be at the line? I have no clue. No clue who it was. As they wreck coming across the line. That is not always accurate. We're going to look. It is Winker with the win. Wow. Winker with the win. We're going to go back and see if I can find... Let's see if I can find a good view of the finish as they come to the line. let's. Wow. Wow. That was so close, guys. At least Jeff didn't wreck. All right, we're going to see. Let me see if I can get a better view of this. Control 12. Let's go grab a view of this victory here. We're going to go scoot across. That camera might not be the best one. Let's go try this one. All right, just trying to get a good view of this. This was great, guys. This was absolutely phenomenal. Look at this finish. There we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Look at how sideways. Look at how sideways O'Connor was at the line. Look at that finish right there. And look at Braxton sticking it in the middle. I didn't even notice that. All right, let's go ahead and see who we got in the chat. We're going to go ahead and make sure we mute this. And we're going to bring in Joshua Moore. Hold on, Moore. Ooh, much better week for you this week, Josh.
Yep. This is way better than finishing 15th in the second pack.
Yeah, last week was tough. I think you got a penalty on pit road.
No,
Or
last week
oh,
I gassed it up too early and hit the wall and lost my pack.
oh, okay. I wasn't sure 100% what it was. I just know that you lost everybody. Good run here tonight. I mean, look, I don't know. Kevin won on the books, but you pushed him to that victory. I'm sure he's going to say the same thing. Maybe you technically won this one.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with the third and pushing Kevin in the win. It's a good point stay and happy to keep Team America winning.
Yeah, definitely great run for you guys. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I want to thank Muleburger Custom Homes. Obviously, thank Kevin, me and teammate. And then want to thank my parents watching. Thanks to you for broadcasting these things.
Appreciate it. Well, go have a good one. Enjoy this podium, and I'm going to bring in the other Josh.
Hey, thank you.
No problem. All right, we got O'Connor coming in. Let's go ahead and bring him into the booth. Joshua.
Oh, what's up, man?
I guess I got to specify because we got too many Joshuas in the top three. Okay, O'Connor. But anyway, great run, man. Gary gave you a heck of a push. He tried to get you to victory. I mean, you're sideways coming to the line.
Oh, absolutely. He once he was waiting for me to pop out, we were in Discord and chatting and trying to figure out what we were gonna do, and we knew we were gonna make a move at some point if we had a run. And then I told him that they're gonna come back and they're gonna come back hard. He was like, "Holy crap!" Kevin, they just come running through on the outside. I was like, "I told you, man, that they're organized."
You guys jumped up to the outside to go for the lead, and Moffat came with you. Did you know Moffat was going to run with you?
I had a feeling he was going to because he'd worked with us before, and I know there was a move that I made. He helped push me and Gary up front, and I think Jeff was in the mixture, and I was trying to get everybody down at the same time. But it man with Kevin and some of the guys that we have up in the lead, man, like you can't just fold. They're gonna get comfortable, and you just can't let them get bored. Can't let them get bored, man.
So you guys were in that front group, ultra organized. Um, that helped you a lot because that second group was. I mean, I know you heard the frustration over the radio. They were trying to get organized to catch you guys, and at one point they were. And it seems like you guys up in the front group just seemed to all get organized and push forward. That had to make you guys feel better knowing it was going to be between the five of you.
Yeah, it was really awesome, and honestly, I think Braxton had the biggest part to do with that. I think Braxton coming back and picking up the anchor, and then Gary coming up behind him, I think was huge in getting that line organized and getting us to maintain that distance for a while.
Yeah, it definitely made a big difference. Well, good run here tonight. Why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Give a big shout out to the Regiment GG community, the military gaming community for military vets. Give a shout out to Omnia Motorsports, the team that me, Gary, and Fred been running for. My teammates, I'm sorry, Jeff. My teammates, Jeff and Gary. Without that, like, we wouldn't have been in this situation anyways. One of these races, man, we're not going to have an incident on pit lane. We'll come out all three together, but it just keeps happening.
Well,
And
that's
then
from the sounds of it. That's just Jeff.
well, no, Gary killed Jeff last week. Gary bullshit Jeff go to the pit late in his race. Uh,
I'm just picking on Jeff this time. Because who was it? Sucky Sucker. I guess it's his birthday.
oh,
I
happy
don't.
birthday to that guy. Happy birthday, man.
But he totally bust on Jeff the whole time.
No, it was a great race, but it was great. And big thanks to you and Ian for putting such a great thing together. And congrats to Kevin and Josh for the race and their positions.
Well, good run here tonight. Go enjoy that second place, and maybe you can turn it into a victory next week at Talladega.
We'll see 1 week at a time, right?
Right. Just takes
All right, man.
one. Just takes one to make you feel good, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, cloud nine right now, man.
Have a good one, bud.
You too, James. See you next week.
Yep. All right, Josh. With that second place finish, we're gonna bring in our winner. Well, they made you work for that one.
Yeah, the last couple laps, I was like I said, I was getting kind of, or like they said there, I was getting kind of bored there riding around up front, so they made it interesting in the last 5 laps.
Well, at that point, I mean, I know a lot of that was trying to keep that second group behind you. I was just talking to O'Connor about it, but once you got five to go, um they were like 8 9 seconds back, and you guys knew it was pretty much you could do what you wanted to do as long as you didn't wreck.
Yeah, I was kind of telling Joshua to kind of watch the gap, and he a couple laps he pushed me hard, then he back off, and then we kind of maintained that 7 to 8 second gap, and then it was up to 9. And I said, well, here they come, and then that was about 5 to go, and then I knew they were going to catch us for there, so it was be the 5 of us batting for the win there.
So I was watching, and O'Connor was getting that run on the outside. I mean, it sucks that Gary had bad luck, but it worked out great for O'Connor because Gary had no choice but to push at that point because he wasn't going to be in a position to win it. And they're pushing on the outside, and you get a big old push from Moore, and you get sideways. Do you think your race was over at that point?
Yeah, on the front stretch there, I don't know if he got me kind of at the wrong spot or if I hit the apron, but yeah, I was pretty sketchy there, and then I rallied it up, and then they got around us, which kind of worked out because then we got behind them, and then got a run there on the high side and got back around him. So it actually worked out that he got me kind of loose there.
Yeah, you had to feel like if you had been out front, you would have been kind of a sitting duck at the end, and it worked out that you got to be the one chasing. But here at Daytona, it's definitely different. It's all about when you connect for that push, and outside doesn't always come out ahead. Talladega 9 times out of 10, top side will win. That's not always the case here, and he almost came back on the bottom side. What do you think the key was? Was that just the timing of when Moore got to your back bumper coming out of four? I mean, it's so important when you get straight and that person is on your bumper pushing as soon as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I also feel like obviously Josh and I are teammates, so we work very well together. We kind of know when to go versus the 59 in that lap car. I don't think they're teammates, so they're kind of just going what they see, whatever, versus me and Josh can communicate and we can kind of say, okay, push, 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 or whatever. So I think that also comes into key is having a teammate behind you that you trust and that will push you to the win there.
Yeah, good run. Well, why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors? I know you got to be happy about this one. Want to go celebrate it?
Yeah, first want to give a shout out to Muhlenberger Custom Homes. They're not on the truck tonight. I was running custom paint, but they're a big sponsor, or big supporter of me and Josh. So big shout out to them for coming on board and sponsoring us. Shout out to Nate Cogdale for making my paint. It's a killer paint. The new Michael Myers movie came out this weekend. I'm a big fan of his, so I decided to run that. I'm probably gonna run it the rest of the run it the rest of October. So looking forward to that. And then just shout out to the series sponsor, Book Kicker. Oh, I've been running suicide prevention, Christian eye racers, warrior photos, Smoky Mountain eye racers. Ian for putting this league on. It's 2 weeks in a row that we've went flag to flag. So I was hoping he's going to do the double down tonight with $30, but he didn't do that. So, but shout out to him putting this on. Shout out to the guys for running a clean race, and then shout out to you in the booth as always as broadcasting. We appreciate it.
It's definitely fun to watch you guys tonight, and I know it got a little boring for everybody there in the middle, including myself. But you guys made it worth the wait at the end there. Great finish and good win.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll go on to next week and
There you
see
go.
what we can do next week. Yep, see what we can do next week. So thank you again for broadcasting.
Yeah, no problem, and thanks for putting on a great show.
As always, man. I'll catch you next week. Thank you.
Yep. All right, so Kevin with the win. Let's go through tonight's results. That was a wild one. That was definitely a wild one at the end. I feel for that second group. If they could just gotten a little more organized, they could have come out with the victory. But Kevin with the win, 0.009 over Joshua O'Connor. Moore in that third position. Braxton fourth. Braxton stuck his nose in there. Look, top three within 1/10 of a second. And really, if Gary had been, or sorry, top four within 1/10 of a second. If Gary had been in there, it would have been top five within 1/10 of a second. That is insane. So we got Nash in that fifth position, Francesco sixth, Jeff seventh, Eric ninth, Eric eighth, Bacon ninth. David McGuire gets a solid finish this week. Finally, in that number 906, finishing 10th. Austin Green in 11th. John Ernst in 12th. Kenny 13th. Ambrose 14th. Gary's 15th. And Tyler Moffitt rounding out the field in that 16th position. Hopefully he gets some good luck here soon. But guys, thanks for coming out and watching. And as always, until next time, be safe. David, thank you for the like. Appreciate it. But be safe and have a good night.